You don't need to go to the bank. Just sit in your house. Be like money laundering, but you're not laundering money. So it doesn't mean that when you open an account, the digital bank is going to say, okay, come and collect 5 million naira tomorrow. Before we begin this video, let me ask you 2 major questions. And for each of these questions, all you need to do is answer the question right in your head. The first one is, do you have a million naira to your name right now? And the second one is, do you have a business worth a million naira, or even a property somewhere that's worth a million naira to your name? If the answer to any of this question is no, then you want to stick around to the end of this video to find out how you can get a loan of up to 5 million naira with no collateral here in Nigeria. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, then you need to sit back, grab a cup of juice, and keep on watching. Hey beauties, what's up and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time of stopping by, you're welcome. My name is Adesholamie and I am a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel first because it is free. Second, it helps this video get to other people that are probably interested in this kind of videos. So let's get right into it. This is definitely an interesting topic to talk about, especially when it comes to getting a loan with no collateral here in Nigeria. And trust me when I tell you that I have personally received this loan. I have received a loan of 5 million naira here in Nigeria from a commercial bank with no collateral. But I need you to know that money where you collect, you guys pay them back, because obviously nobody has the time to be dragging you online or posting your pictures online or posting all these serial killer type of messages to your guarantors that if you don't pay your money. I don't know how it happens, but I've heard about it where they just post people's pictures online and say, okay, this person used you as a guarantor, and then he has not paid a specific amount of money. You know, stuff like that is something that I've heard and is definitely rampant here in Nigeria. So you need to know that whatever loan you are collecting from any commercial bank or from anyone at all, it is very, very important that you pay it back. It is very, very important that you pay it back. That way you have access to even other opportunities. Okay, you don't want to, because of 5 million naira, ruin your reputation. I don't know how big 5 million naira is to you, but 5 million naira is, how much is a dollar now? If you do the conversion, then you know that it's practically not as much money as you would think it is. I can't overemphasize how important this is, because aside from the fact that we don't have something like a credit score in Nigeria, it is definitely very important that you learn how to pay whatever money you get back, even if it's from friends. I've had issues with a couple of people where you borrow their money and when you want to collect the money back, now voila, and you just end up not talking to them. But I always collect my money. In essence, what I'm trying to say is that if you want to find out how to get this kind of loan of up to 5 million that is guaranteed, have it at the back of your mind that you need to pay your money back. If you don't pay back the money, I don't know what is going to happen to you, but I definitely did pay my own back. And on this side of also, okay, you need to know that now money then they take time money for this life. I don't know if that sounded right. Okay, but most of the time, sometimes you need money to find money. You need money to make money. If you want to start a business worth 1,000 naira, if you don't even have 100 naira in your account, you definitely would not be able to start that business. So for this loan, for you to be able to get the loan, you also need loan. Now let me just go ahead and break it to you step by step on how you can actually get this loan. The first thing you want to do is to register a business name with CAC here in Nigeria. It is very, very easy to do that, and that is the only sure way of getting the loan. Without a registered business, you would not have access to the loan. If you already have a business name registered, then that is good. You can hold on for the other steps. But if you're fresh in the game, you need to register a business name. And because I said register a business name does not mean that you can just register a business name for the sake of registering a business name. You need to be very intentional about it, because these so-called banks that would give you the loan need to verify and see that, okay, this is a real person and this is also a real business. So you get what I'm saying? If you've been wanting to start a business and you don't have money to do that, then you might as well just register a business and have access to the loan. Or you could just register maybe whatever it is you do. Like personally, I'm a brand now and I have like a registered business name definitely not Adesholamie. It's just like a general name that covers most of the things that I do. So you can just register it with whatever. But the most important thing is that you are very, very intentional about registering a business name. Okay. The second thing is that you want to get a TIN. TIN means tax identification number. This usually comes with your business name registration, but sometimes it doesn't. So you have to apply or register for that separately. It is definitely the same place that you register your business name. There in CSC is where you're going to also register or apply for your TIN. Back in the days when you registered, when I registered in 2017 or 2018, everything came together, and I can't even remember if I applied or not, but I remembered they all came together. But subsequently, like I think like 2-3 people have registered after me, like they went through me, and I realized that we had to request for the TIN later, apply, and then just pay I think 5,000 naira to get the TIN. And it was really different from the kind of TIN I got back then. It was like a PDF or something. But in essence, what I'm saying is that you also need a TIN, which is your tax identification number. Ideally, in Nigeria, we are all supposed to be paying tax. Like if you're a business, you're supposed to be paying tax. But I don't know, some of us don't pay tax. I've actually paid when I was running a proper business. This is also a business, but I mean, I can't remember the last time I paid my tax, but you should pay your tax. But that's another thing that you need, because because alongside with your business name certification, you would also need your TIN certification to get the loan. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense, but you get the gist. So I just want to add that if you need someone to do the business name and TIN registration for you, I'm going to leave someone's number in the description box. Just send him a message and say you want to register your business name as well as TIN, and tell him from Spense. I think Spense, because I don't think you remember me as Shola. Just tell him Spense and it would put you through I think it's pricey. He did mine and he has done like for 3 other people. I've known him for a very long time. So he will just do everything that you need to do for you. Okay. So the third thing you want to do is to open a corporate account. This is also known as a current account. I'm sure most of us are already familiar with the differences between the savings account and the current account. Okay. And you don't necessarily need a registered business in order to open a current account, but for the sake of this loan, you need your business to be registered, and you also need your TIN to be able to access this loan. Okay, since we are really trying to put everything around this loan, that is why you need your business name certificate as well as the TIN. So that is what they are going to use to process your registration. All you need to do is submit the business name certificate. I have it, but it's not here. Certificate as well as the TIN to the bank. Whatever bank it is that you want to open with is fine. They can all give you loans, and it just depends on their terms and conditions, right? So you want to submit both, and then they would charge you. I think you need to pay like 10,000 naira for verification. So depending on the bank you're registering with would determine how much they are going to charge. I remember the last one I did for my sister, we paid 10,000 naira into the account, and from the 10,000 naira they did the verification, and from the 10,000 naira we also got like a token. You know that token, right? We also got a token, and there was still like change there. So 10,000 naira will cover like the upfront cost. Do you get? So you need to know that they will charge you 10,000 naira. If you don't pay it, they'll still do the verification, but your account will read minus. That is the trick. So you need to open a corporate account. To open a current account, I would recommend that you use GT Bank. I currently have 2 current accounts with GT Bank, and I also have another one, like a joint account with my sister. So I would recommend that you use GT Bank as it is very seamless. It takes typically less than 72 hours to get everything up and running. So far, your required document is like complete. You have everything they required of you. You can just go to their website. I'm going to put it on the screen right here to see. All you need to do, you just need 2 guarantors. You need the 10,000 naira and just a couple of stuff from like to register a normal account, your utility bill and passport and just stuff like that. Okay. At this point, I need GT Bank to run me my check because I'll be plugging them on a lot of people. Okay, I've been meaning to open a Zenith Bank corporate account too. If I eventually do that, I will let you know how it goes. But for this particular opportunity, you need to register with Guarantee Trust Bank PLC. Okay, send my money. Bank. Now the fourth step here, which is like the most critical and the most explicit part of this whole loan process, is that you want to fund and run your account. You know, I said earlier that now money will take find money. That is, you need money to look for money. Okay, so what you need to do here is to run your account, and you need to do this consistently for a year. 1 year. You heard me correctly. So it doesn't mean that when you open an account, the digital bank is going to say, okay, come and collect 5 million naira tomorrow. Nobody does that. But if you run your account consistently for a year, like what I do or what I did or what I'm still doing for several other people, is that you just gather money together and then you pay it into the account. For example, if my mom wants to send money to someone, I would tell her that, okay, send it to my account, and after 24 hours, I'll send it to the person. Okay, so any of your friends, but people need to trust you enough to do this. And when I'm talking about money, I'm not talking about 1,000, 2,000, like 100k, 200k, 50k, 500k, 1 million. Let them run it through your account. And even if it's you that has the money, you can send the money. Like for example, I have a personal account that has Adeshola, okay, and then I have like a corporate account just like this one that has Spense on it. So sometimes what I do is I will send money from my Adeshola account. I can send it to my friend. Say my friend is Bola. I'll send it to Bola and say, hey Bola, send this money to my Spense account. That way it's not showing that I'm funding my account by myself. So Bola would send today, and maybe since it's my money, I might just leave it there. And then tomorrow I could reach out to a friend of mine, told me, oh Tommy, do you have 200k that you can spare? Obviously I need to make them understand the package, but sometimes it's going to be really weird if you have to tell a whole lot of people whatever it is you are really using their money to do, and it's just in a space of 24 hours. So most of the time, my mom actually runs the account because she deals with money transfer kind of. People should not go and rob my mommy. But that's what I'm saying. I'll just tell her that, okay, mommy, whenever you have any cash, put it into my account and I'll send it to the person. So most of the time, I just tell her, run the money through my account and then I'll send it to any other person you want to send. So that is how I just funded the account. I'm going to put a screenshot of the loan right here so that you can actually see that I personally received the money in 2020 for a year, 5 million naira. And the truth about this is that the interest rate is typically less than 10%. It was way less than 10% because it was even less than 5% because I got a loan of 5 million naira and the interest was about 246,000 naira. I'll put it on the screen here so that you guys can see it. So what I did was run my account for a year. A year exactly. I was running it consistently, and after a year, I could apply for the loan. So do you get the gist when I talk about funding and running your account? So I know it's a little bit tricky, but all you need to do is to move money. Be like money laundering, but you're not laundering money. But you just need to move money from one place to another. Just tell your friends that, okay, I'm working on something. I just need you to loan me 50,000 naira for a week, for a day. It's typically for a day. Like when they send the money today, you can just send it to them in the next 4 or 5 hours just for you to read in your account. Now that is for a corporate account, and trust me when I tell you that if you do this very well, you would get a loan of up to 5 million naira. So the next thing you want to do is to wait patiently. After successfully running money through your account for a year, you need to wait patiently for like 3 to 5 days. Sometimes if you are lucky, the system can automatically generate the loan in less than 48 hours or 24 hours. You just need to wait patiently. You don't need to go to the bank. Just sit in your house and, open your phone or open your laptop, and then you would see that option. Okay, you have access to the loan. Now, this is the sixth and final part, which is the application and interest. I talked about this briefly earlier, but let me just expatiate on it. When you apply, you are going to get credited immediately. I mean, it takes less than a second. The minute you click on, I think it's confirm or approve or whatever it is that you have to click on, you get credited 5 million naira, and then you get your loan payment schedule, and like how you're going to pay. And the interest rate, to be honest, is typically less than 10%. I don't know about it now, but the first and the only time I got it was 2020. But I've had people collect it, and I wouldn't be asking them what was the interest rate. But if you go to their website now, you will see everything you need to know about their interest. But I would still say that the interest rate is typically less than 5%. In 2020, I got a loan of 5 million naira, and my interest was less than 250,000 naira. So if 10% of 5 million naira is even 500,000, then 5% is 250. If you get what I'm saying. So that is just the application and the interest. But here is where you will have problem. Okay, let me tell you where you will have problem. If you forfeit each of your monthly payments, okay, say for example you're supposed to pay back before I even talk about forfeiting your repayment, you need to know that you have to pay this money back in a year. So it means that if you're collecting 5 million naira, then you need to know whatever it is you are using the money for, maybe investing it in something or just using it to boost your business. So typically if you get 5 million naira loan, you'll be paying back maybe around 400 and something thousand naira in a month, because you have to pay for 12 months. Okay, so I was saying, if you forfeit, if for example you're supposed to pay 4,000 naira, 400,000 naira in the month of August, okay, and then you do not pay the money is going to get debited in your account, and it would read minus. Okay, so it would, if you have 100,000 naira in your account and you're supposed to pay 400,000 naira and you did not pay, and you don't even have money in your account, it would read minus 300,000. Now this is where the problem actually comes in. If for every day you miss that payment, like okay, you get debited on the 31st of August, is it 31st or 30th? 31st. Okay, and then you do not pay back the money. By the time you get to August 1st, you'll be charged 1% of your minus money. It's very tricky. I don't know how they do it, but it happened to me. They'll start calculating the interest for every negative amount in your account. So you'll be charged 1% of the account. But I don't know if it is 1% daily or 1% monthly. But the best thing is that you do not even miss your repayment plan. If you miss it, then the whole 5 million naira is going to become a mess, because you are now going to be paying way more than the interest rate that was calculated for you. Because if your original interest rate is less than 5% for a year, and now you have to pay like 1% a month, I think it's 1% a month, you can see that it's already going to be too much. So you just need to understand all of these things. When you go to the website, you're going to see I forfeited for like 2-3 months, and it was crazy. Okay, I was now paying interest rate of about 30 something thousand naira per month. Like after the old minus something in a month, they will still now remove minus 35,000, minus 36,000. Like, bro, what? So if you calculate 36,000, let's even take 30,000 times 12 months, that's 360,000 naira. So your loan interest will now be accumulated to about 10%. But if you don't mind, ciao, that's on you. But in essence, what I'm saying is that the best thing is to pay. So you must have just planned for whatever it is that you need the money for before you apply for the loan. Okay, so I hope you understand. I've shared like I think 5 or 6 steps on how you can get this loan, but that is for a current account. Now, if you run a savings account and you're wondering how you can get access to this loan without going through all these things, stuff. So if you have a savings account on your GT Bank account, you can just go to on your GT Internet Banking. You can go to there's something called quick credit, which is where you get the loan, but you won't just have access to the loan. You also need to consistently run your account, and they mostly give this quick credit to salary earners. Okay, the old quick credit thing is if you don't have a salary account, you won't get it. So to make your account look like a salary account, all you need to do is to look for somebody. For example, I have an account that is Spense Global Enterprise. Okay, so if I want to get the money, even my sister, Oh, I wish I could log in. Let me see if I can log into my sister's account. Even my sister can has access to the loan because I used to run money through her account. It would be as if I'm paying her on a monthly basis. So I'll just say, for example, salary for the month of May 2022, salary for the month of June 2022, salary for the month of July 2022, salary for the month of August 2022. So account would seem like a salary account because it has the title salary. All these things are automated. Okay, so after 3 months you would have access to the loan. I randomly send like to my sister's account like 100k, 200k, 300k, depending on how much I have at the moment. Most of the time it's not usually my money. But let me see if I can open internet banking details here and see how you can apply for it on your phone. Okay, you can use your internet banking or just dial *737 *51 *51 #. If you have access to it, it's going to tell you, oh, you have access. If you don't, it's going to say we cannot something. Okay, so this is our account now, and you can see it's a typical savings account. All you need to do is click on apply for loans here. You see quick credit, salary advance, loan liquidation. And okay, now let me show you a loan liquidation here. You would see that this was a loan that I collected in 2021, and it would even end by November or December 2022. It was 354,000 naira, and it was for we have to pay back for 12 months, and we are paying 35,000 naira back every month. Let me even see how much that is. That's 420. Okay, so 420 minus 354, that's 66k for 12 months, which I think is fair. So this is just the existing loan that I currently have because I'm the one that collects loan on this account. Don't ask me why. But yeah, if you want to collect the money, if you want to request for the loan, just click on quick credit right here. And as you can see, if I want to collect this one now, this 229,000 now, all I have to do is click on accept now. If I click on accept now, it says please fill in secret answer. I do not know the secret answer to our account, but you can just, if you don't want to pay back in 12 months, say you want to pay back in like 2-3 months, you can just use this slider right here. Okay, and it's going to be showing you how much you're going to be paying back every month. So if I collect this 229,000 naira now, I'm going to be paying back 21,000 naira every month for 12 months, and the interest rate is 1.5% per month. Okay, so yeah, that is just it. And you can change the amount of money you want to collect, say 100,000 naira, and every month you're going to be paying back 9,000 naira, and your total repayment is 110,000 naira. Okay, so that's just basically how you can get a loan up to 5 million naira or lesser, depending on the kind of account you run. If you find this video helpful because you've come to the end of this video, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. First, because it's free, and second, it helps other people discover this channel right here and right there. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay fabulous, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye guys.
Sin verte, en verdad no quiero creerte. Cuando te fuiste quedó en